Alright, hello guys, welcome. Alright, we're gonna continue on with this saga that I have to constantly defend myself because everyone thinks I'm a murderer or something every single time, even though I have the face of an angel. Obviously people still decided that was, a horny angel, not in a sexual way but with the double horns. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have to find clues. Last time it ended with me going into the other room, but we did not manage to sort of find clues and evidence on the other room because we got kicked out of the other room. So as usual, we have like limited amount of information, and we're gonna proceed with the court, whatever it is. So there will be a lot of surprises as per with this franchise. Oh, are we still doing investigation? I don't know. Wish we hadn't been thrown out like that, yeah. Managed to find some clues as to what speckled band might be. I think it's the snake. He's not letting me in! Rude! Let me in! Let me in! Me want in! It's not letting me in at all. So rude. Second. Whoop. Don't even think about it. Oh, that's my stereo when I work. I do that. Great detective, where did he go? When did he do that? Indeed. Well, rip. Still. Oh, so I can actually still move around. Let me in. Stroganoff. You wanted to... Where the lobsters spend winters? Under the sea. Under the sea. Check this one now. Yeah, I know that. Where do I go now? More investigation? Really? But I'm not a murderer! Rude! What is so rude? Alright, let me go back to my place. Okay. Let's go. Find him. Yeah, where the heck is it though? I don't see him. Can I open the door? I need to move, right? Okay. I need to move. Let's go to Kazuma's cabin. Back here. We're gonna do a trial on this boat. Investigating in here. Okay, sure. Surely you have. We're gonna have you Naruhodo-san. I don't know. He'll lay his life on it. The captain gonna cut it. Die on me. Don't die on me. This one. You there, sir. Throw him in the cold room. Uh-oh. He's in trouble. Stick a la carnaval. Doesn't know. Oh my. He got beaten up. Oh shit. He got a bruised eyes. What happened? Aren't you a top elite officer that is supposed to protect people? How did you get beat up? Yo, what happened here? Told me he pummeled me with his fist and then tossed me overboard. Oh shit. But the pummeling was over in a flash and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. Oh shit. Oh crap. Yo. That was brutal. Very brutal. I think his name was something like Hairlock Show. Let's do it. Oh, you self-respect ballet fan? Inspector, you have some taste. Exquisite taste. Tells us they were unrelated to the cases list. How so? Don't go around committing crime? I don't know about that. There's some evil angels, right? Don't know about that. And what about your investigation? If I'm honest, there's very little more you can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene is disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. Why Hong Kong? I thought we were going to the Great Britain. I mean, if they're from Japan, and we're gonna go on boat. Oh shit, are they even gonna traverse all the way? Through the Red Sea? Wait, where's my map? I need to see a map here. Hold on. Hold on. Is that how they do it back in the day? I mean, they should have been playing, right? In 1940s or something. Why are they not going on planes but through boats? Why? So So we assume that they are mid-sea. It has been, what, 10 days they said? Does it take that long to go from Japan all the way to Hong Kong by boat? Really? What, a week maybe? 7 days I should say? Maybe not 10 days, but still. The Google Map is not loading. Come on, Google Map! Ah, here we go. So where are we heading to? Japan? They're going all the way downward, that's for sure. Through Taiwan? And then what? Yeah, well, they have to pass by somewhere close to... hold on. Geography? So past the Gulf of Thailand, all the way around Malaysia, into the Andaman Sea, the Indian Ocean, probably through the Indian Ocean, along the coast of Sri Lanka, all the way to the Arabian Sea, and then the Gulf of... Yo, that is a long trip that they gotta go, and then through the Red Sea. I mean, back in the day, was the Red Sea available like that? But you need to pass through Egypt. I mean, when was the Suez Canal made? The Suez Canal was built. This is like all for my personal interest. Honestly, I'm doing extra here. So if they are otherwise they have to go through the entire continent, you know, all the way around the coast of South Africa. They are not passing by the Red Sea. I mean, the Red Sea is there because it shortens a lot of the trip. But in order for them to go there, they need to pass the Suez Canal. So lasted from 18. Wow, that was that long, the Suez Canal. Wow, okay. So it was built on the 1859 to 69, so it took like 10 years. Both vessels are direct between North Atlantic and Northern Indian Ocean via the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. Avoiding the South Atlantic, yeah, there we go, Southern Indian Ocean. Yes. From Arabian Sea to London by approximately, 9,000 kilometers to 10 days at 20 knots. That is a lot. Alright. I thought it was built a little bit after that. Hello Ali, hello DL. Yeah, I was looking at my map. Because they were traveling it by boat all the way from Japan to the Great Britain, right? And they have to travel by sea, so I was looking at the map. And there was just like something I wasn't sure. Like when was the Suez Canal, which is in the Egypt near Cairo, was built. Apparently it was built in the 1859. So that's what I was rambling about. Otherwise, for those of you who don't know a little bit of geography, if they are going to traverse all the way from Japan without passing the Red Sea and the Gulf, well, the Suez Canal, they would have to go along the Southern Indian Ocean all the way to South Atlantic, basically going all the way down to South Africa and all the way back up. So I was, wondering if the Suez Canal was built back in whatever era this game is set at, which is roughly around, the 1940s. And then to my surprise, you learn every day, even when you play games, the Suez Canal was built around 1859. And it was built for 10 years, so roughly it went into operation by 1869. History lesson, guys. So it shortens the entire travel by boat by 10 days. If they are going anywhere from India all the way to the Great Britain to the Red Sea, which is, you know, whatever we have right now, the conflict. Gaza and all those kind of places, Israel, that's where it is. But back in the day, I mean, Israel was founded way before, after that, right? Israel was after the Second World War, so Israel should be, the state of Israel should be around 1950 something. So it doesn't exist in the game yet, but it's through there that we're gonna have to pass by. I was wondering, why are they stopping by Hong Kong? Like, why? Hello, Joshi? I'm like, oh, what is that? What is it? New information. I want new information. I was reading stuff, okay, Joshi? What is the new information you have, Inspector? Area medical officer finishes examination of the body and manager. Sending a report, okay. The autopsy? Post-mortem report? Let's go. Let me see it. So, what was the cause of death? Joshi killed him. The cervical vertebrae. So either through strangulation or someone snapped his neck? Well, it can be done through blunt damage. I mean, cervical vertebrae is here behind the neck. For those of you who don't know too much, right? His neck was broken. Well, the game explained it for me. But listen, I know my stuff, okay? So I was not wrong. See, the game agrees with me. Fourth COVID shot, you feel like crap. I got my 6 or 7. With the new variant, I'm fine. It would seem so. There were no obvious wound or other sign of injuries. So someone snapped his neck. So at first I think they were considering poison. Poison? What weapon was used then? I mean, to have a blunt force like that. I mean, it must be a shock. Blunt object, so it's a blunt object. How would you snap a neck without leaving a mark? All the body's nerve run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. Yes. What kind of blunt object would not leave a mark? What? That doesn't make sense. I never have agreed to leaving you this cabin in the first place, would I? Trusting Inspector. Cervical spine injury. There were no trace of external injury. A giant-sized needle that can snap a cervical spine? We're talking about the bones, the cervical bone, which is the spine. We're not even talking about the nerves in between the spine. We are literally cervical spine injuries. It snaps the neck. Alright, more needle for Joshi. Now I'm perplexed what kind of things can snap the neck without leaving any injuries. color mark. I mean, he died from neck snapping, TL. But he did not leave an external injuries. How? How do you snap a neck without leaving injuries? I mean... I don't know how. Will this game teach me how to snap a neck without leaving any external injury? I wanna see. A leather shoe with a very dark tan. Like brownish red then. What is that? A darker. I mean, he split? A piece of small glass object, what looks like a scuff mark, made by Kazuma's shoe were found. It is slip? I mean, even if it slipped, it got pushed onto the floor. If you have enough force to snap your neck, there must be some kind of external injuries on your head or body, right? How the heck do you snap a neck without leaving external injuries? That might not be the cause of death. I mean, if you hang yourself, by the way, guys, I'm not telling you should. You can actually snap a neck, even from a very low ceiling. Very morbid information. But it's after night, so I'll allow myself to do that. If you're terrible that I failed to protect Asugi, he was my special student. Well, you fell everything. My pain is nothing compared to you were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have a heavy head. Ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head? That's interesting. My head is still throbbing too. We got poisoned. I swear to God, we got poisoned. The speckled man is a snake. That's a pet snake. I'm pretty sure now. It's all about nothing but hanging, yes. I mean, I'm not talking about execution style of hanging. Like, this part is actually quite fragile. That doesn't. Hello, Slayer. I'm still very perplexed as to what can snap a neck without leaving injuries, though. External injuries, that is. Maybe that's not his true cause of death. Nothing but hanging. I mean, we are having a case here. Like, we have to find. We just found out, you know, how that person died. The cause of death, which by no means it is like 100%, you know, correct cause of death here. But right now they are saying that the cause of death is actually, you know, the neck snap. don't know what it is though, see? Male Far Eastern, sometime between 1 AM and a little past 2 AM, damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area, no obvious external injuries or trace of poison. So I was wondering, Dia was asking. As I wonder if she's telling out everything though. Say the same with me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with you. You snap. This is this part, I have absolutely no idea. Carbonara dinner. That's how you spell it. I mean, it's TV dinner, but I'm pretty sure we all got drugged or something. Can I move around? It's gone. Strong enough? Hey. For crab, we wrenched it? What is with you people? I always have wrenched it. With everything. I mean, now that I think about it, does crab even go well with wrenched? Does it work? I mean, don't be offended though, by the way. Wrench, it's a very typical American thing. I mean, because some people don't, they ask very typical thing for every single country, but it's just like some people get offended when I say wrench. Because wrench does not even exist in some other places, in some other country, they just don't have wrench. And since Canada is relatively close to the state, we do have wrench here, but here we don't put, you know, wrench like the continent all over the place. Rarely do I see, you know, a wrench accompanied by, you know, your meals and stuff like that. It's very rare, even in Canada. We do have wrench dips or chips or salad, but that's pretty much all we can get for the wrench usually. So it's always like a surprising thing when you go to the state, everything is drenched in wrench. Like if you go to KFC, you get the wrench with it. Like, no, what the? I want my gravies. What the heck is wrong with you? Why are you giving me wrench? What is wrong with you? You go to eat the burger, you get wrench. Like, yo, bro. You go barbecue, Texas barbecue, you get wrench. We do have wrench wing though. But if you go to Europe, wrench, you are not gonna find it. Like, you go to the grocery store, you try to find a wrench dipping, you are not gonna find that. They are not even calling it that kind of wrench. What do they call it already? Like the American dipping or dipping sauce is what they are calling. It's the close equivalent to the wrench, but it's like a very American thing. They're gonna name it, you know, American dipping sauce. It's not even called wrench. Don't go to the grocery store. You say wrench. Maybe now you can probably, they will probably understand you, but it doesn't exist. Tacos, quesadillas, that's like the American tacos. Like go to the In Mexico, you're gonna eat this. You're gonna order tacos. It's not the same taco as you have. Like no, that's not even tacos. What the heck is that thing? Whoa, bro, what is that? It's like the American taco. No one eats those kind of tacos in Mexico. I can guarantee you. I've been to Mexico so many times. Like what the heck is that thing? That's what the American tacos. They're gonna call it tacos. It's not tacos. How's the case so far? Well, we're trying to find clues. American style? They don't even serve unless you go to Taco Bells or something, which honestly no local will go. It's like you go to China, you're gonna go ask for things you get in Panda Express. Like people are gonna look at you. What are you talking about? Like the orange chicken? What is that? What the heck is that? Or the General Tao? General Tao is not even a Chinese dish. Like, no. It's an American invention. What the heck is that thing? It's so good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not dissing on it. But it's not Chinese food. It's not Chinese food. Like, not the kind of orange chicken you serve. No. That's not even Chinese food. What the heck is that thing? Like the General Tao? The General Tao is like an American invention. They're selling like authentic Chinese food. Like, you're gonna try to convince me that it's authentic Chinese food? Look at my face here. Like, brah. Does it not look Asian enough for you? You're gonna try to convince me that is authentic Chinese food? Get out. Get out. And don't even get me started on the chop suey. Let's solve the case! BDB, did you play all of this? So you're gonna be able to help me? Alright, I need to examine this cabinet now. Last time I couldn't. This time I can. I ran in! God of Seeing. I mean, personally, I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely, well, it depends on how they prepare it. Honestly, you know, the chicken's a little bit on the thinner side. A lot of the crust, sometimes, so much that it's kind of hard, like floury. But, I mean, generally, I don't hate the taste. Practicing ballet on the same day she ran away for ballet. Point. I mean, it's not bad, but it's fast food, so don't put your expectation high. Is what I'm trying. DM, when you do go try Panda Express, don't put it up there. I mean, in a way though. I know I might get a little bit of hate, but it kind of makes sense. Either way, Canada or even, you know, the state, I mean, on the culinary side, It's a little bit shallow. And it's kind of makes sense because they are newer country, they're new territories, you know, has a nation itself compared to, you know, China or even Africa or even Europe. They have way much more history, so they have much more time to develop, you know, their culinary style. So the state I mean, I don't think the American cuisine is really like renowned worldwide. I cannot even think about a thing that maybe hamburger, but even then, I don't say this is American thing. I mean, Texas barbecue. I don't know. I mean, the French cuisine has a lot of things like the croissant, the escargot, the foie gras. There's many things. Africa has a lot of good stuff. Gigi Barry and all those kind of things. China, of course, you know, a lot of, you know, Chinese cuisine out there. I don't even have to mention it. So there's a lot of stuff. But America, Canada, maybe poutine. But it's not really developed, that's what I'm trying to say. And it kind of makes sense because it's like a new nation, so they did not have as much time to develop their culinary style as compared to other parts of the world. Sure. I mean, what I'm saying, it's not as refined as others. They have much more variety in this layer. I mean, even with cheese and all those kind of things, go to a, you know, European country, go to there, you know, just for the cheese part, you will see much more variety compared to the American, what they are selling at the grocery store. Even with fish, like they have much more variety of fish and all those kind of things. I mean, it's a weird thing for me when I first came to America, the continent itself. Like, what happened? I mean, what are they selling? What are there only like three types of meals? Like meat here, like chicken, pork, and beef? Why? What happened to the fish? I'm like, you have to understand me, like, we have, you know, even if the fish market, just one store will be selling, you know, around 50 and plus, maybe 100 different types of fish. But when I came here, they're like tilapia, salmon, and pretty much it. Now we got a little bit more because, you know, globalization and all those kind of things, and it started, you know, slowly gets in. But I'm like, what? Why? Oh, yes, the processed food. Like the cheese string thing in a spray can. Yes. I mean, give it time though, I definitely feel like, you know, it can develop much more. Getting much more refined and stuff. It's not like you guys have different palates. You know, back in the days, I'm talking from my experience here, I'm talking back in the days in the States as well, because I did live in the States for like a couple months in New York, by the way, please. And even New York, it's much more welcoming towards, you know, getting other cultures. But, you know, there are other parts who are like, you know, we have our things and we just want our things and stuff. But at the same time, you know, their experience, like sushi, it was not very popular back in the day. Like, I'm talking about what, roughly 25 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, it was not a very broad thing unless you're really like in big cities and those kind of things. But it's getting more popular, you know, with time and all those kind of things, because, you know, at first when you see something that you don't know what it is, what the heck is this, why is it not cooked, I don't want to eat it, it's not good for me, we're gonna get sick, and then, you know, people are getting more accepting towards, you know, different type of food, and now it's getting more popular, like boba tea too. It got introduced, and, you know, people started to see that it's not that bad, and actually it's good, so they started, you know, developing all those kind of things. But, you know, at first when I came here, it was a little bit of a shock. I'm like, why are these people not taking anything? It's like McDonald's, you know it. McDonald's, even pizza, that's true, pizza. But even pizza got introduced though. You know, I feel like it's more like a fear thing. It's like, you know, the fear of unknown, so people don't, you know, want to try that. So it's kind of like a slow process for a lot of things, but, you know, in general, I think, you know, the state and Canada do have very, you know, different types of things that they can use to cook. Like, I personally know, like, if I go to the grocery store, they're like salmons, tilapia, sole, and that's it, as a fish. But when I go fishing though, in lakes and all those kind of things, they are very, very different tasty fish. And they all taste different. It's just not sold unless you go to a very, very, you know, rare game shop, those kind of things. But it's generally not popular, but it can grow in popularity. They can use that. I mean, in the state, there's a lot of different type of fish you can do, and even, you know, different meats, you know, people can do different process things. I mean, even with plant and stuff, like, not a lot of variety to it. Fruits, lots of fruits can be you know, exotic fruits. It's from, you know, Mexico or all those kind of things. They are very, very delicious. They are just not introduced. I don't know why. Like, back in the day, it was like apple, pears, and orange. Oh, watermelon. I forget about watermelon. Oh, yeah, it was a little bit, you know, lacking in variety. It's getting better though. It's definitely getting better. Yeah, what's in the garbage? Always a good thing to go find in the garbage can. Many clips. Watermelon! I mean, even honeydew was not that popular back in the day. I mean, mango. Mango. Mango is like a really rare thing, a seasonal thing. Like, I'm talking about 20 years ago. Think about it. Maybe the younger generation will readily have mangoes in grocery shop. Yes, but back in the days, mangoes were a seasonal thing, so they were very, very rare. It was like the exotic thing. It started getting introduced. It was actually hard to find mangoes. Think about how we advanced from then on. Just finish eating. I'm not finding any clues here though. It was good, more good for you. Yeah, I found this thing. What is this? Why is that plate on the floor? Just drop. A lot of survivor you were constantly out playing outside. I'm not finding anything. So this eventually gonna cast my cabin next door. That I know already. Although what a full ship builder must be to open eventually there into another room. The occupant of both cabin would die of gas poisoning. Speckled bag coming out of this ventilator. Where is your snake? But you've been saying you don't like to voice chat as much, so I took as a cue to space out my offers more. No, I do other things, but we should be seeing what's the feedback. Yeah, well, we're not talking about the kind of shows you watch, DL. Like people eat their foam mattresses and all those kind of things, like Strange Addiction. What is that thing called? Yo, like literally no. People eat baby powders? No, we're not talking about that kind of thing. We are talking about foods, like generally accepted foods. Yeah, I don't think I can. Is there any other thing I can do here? It doesn't seem like I have much stuff left. That is so weird. I mean, I found the closet. A lot of time a moment that I sleep so you can always talk a lot. I mean, how loud do you actually need to talk? Like you can whisper if you have a mic very close to you. It almost makes like you're stuck here. What's this class? The next nap because of a glass? You talk quiet, there you go, see? You got it in the bum, right on the butt. I'm not finding anything. A shop or drop at a pharmacy place? Yeah. Actually, it hurts less. I mean, I got both. I got the last time I went to get the COVID shot. It was what, September, I believe. Maybe October, beginning of October. I got one on my right arm and one on the left arm. I mean, it's one for COVID, not both for COVID. It's one for COVID and the other one for the flu shot. Oh no, I didn't feel anything. Like I said, I don't feel anything. I mean, so far, thank God, none of the vaccine that I had knocked me over. Like, I really, you know. Maybe because I train. Like, I constantly have, you know, those kind of pains when you train and stuff, like... So those I kind of feel it. I feel like, you know, the flu, when they give the shot, feels the same, so I didn't notice any difference. Like those kind of things, like it feels the same for me, so I'm like, okay, I don't feel any different. So, where am I going? Let's check. Can I go up? Oh! Somehow I saw Slayer, I'll shoot you a message as I'll shoot you a massage both nights. I read that as massage. And we were talking about booty. I'm like, yo, something is going on my channel. I feel kinda like a proud daddy. Like my channel made something. Hey, listen! Message and massage, it's only like one letter difference. And I have so much thing to see. Like, you guys have streamed before, so you know. Like, you're looking at the chat, you're constantly looking at... Well, right now I have like two screens right in front of the game here, and the chat is right in the middle, and then looking at whether I am getting disconnect from stupid OBS and frame skip, so I'm constantly looking all over the place, and you know, sometimes one letter of difference, you know, I don't notice it. And now I'm having to, you know, have the extra strain. Like thinking strain, because this game involves a lot of thinking. No, but I mean, you know the experience, like whenever you have like two things, you want to look at the chat that's scrolling, you want to try to answer at the same time, you try to, you know, focus on a game that requires thinking, and then you're also at the same time thinking about, you know, OBS, whether it's disconnecting you or not. So you're constantly thinking of different things. And that's why, you know, some people, I keep saying, you know, for Splatoon it's not too bad because I don't think too much about Splatoon, but even then, I generally play a little bit better when I'm not streaming. So by all means, like, you know, my skills on stream is a little bit lower than what I would do during my play alone. Stream Monday! Yeah, did you find anything useful, Herlock Sholmes or whatever? After 2 AM this morning, the majority of the entry are blind, which means that there was nothing to report. Great. But it happens during 1 AM, 2 AM, right? Truly a student from the land of the rising, saying you've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean? Observe the other page and all shall become clear. It would seem that some crewmen off stand sentry in the first class passageway. Almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes. A very, very guard-like kind of thing to write, you know, nothing to report. Anyone in security. I mean, you got a shot. When did you get your shot? When did you get your shot? Like for 1 week maximum. It's gonna feel okay. At 5 PM today? Oh, it's gonna last a couple of days. I mean, last time you got your shot, how was it? How long did it last? I mean, if you gotta be reactive to it, it's probably gonna be the same. Hopefully that. I mean, if you have like fever after like a couple of days, now we need to be worried about it. But if you have like, you know, small symptoms like a little bit aching here and there, shivering, you know, a little bit sick here and there, but you can still function, that's normal. I mean, even if you have fever, that's a possibility when we do give you vaccine. But at the same time, you don't want it to last long. And you don't want it to be too high either in terms of temperatures. Ow, ow, ooh, what is it? Did you hurt yourself? Did you break your neck? You seem to be afflicted with a throwing head. Everyone has a throwing head. What is going on? Something is in the air. I mean, if you have a little bit of fever, it's acceptable. Is it ideal? No. If your fever lasts longer than it should, which means more than a couple of days, well, that's not a good sign. Why is everyone having that kind of problem? Yeah, it's generally a couple of days. Some people cannot go all the way like 3-4 days being, you know, sick. What about a cooldown? So if last time you were sick, you're still gonna be a little bit sick. Or just the way it is. Like it's a weaker, well, they modify it in such a way that, you know, it's weaker. Weaker still means that it's gonna react to the system, and people react differently depending on what kind of system you have, and that's part of vaccine. That's exactly what it is. They just make it a little bit weaker. Now this is like the new kind of vaccine. So it's in our, you know, RNA messenger that has been, you know, modified. It's the first time, but you know, traditional vaccine, and I studied that, so I'm allowing myself to say that because I was in microbiology before. So it's basically you use the bacteria itself and you make it weaker, and then you inoculate into your your system, and your immune system reacts to it. So that, you know, because the immune system do have a memory, it does remember that the next time they get attacked, And this time with the real one, the stronger version, which is the normal version floating around, they say, aha, this is not something that you want in your system, we're gonna attack it with your white cell. That's the general principle of what the vaccine is. Now the same thing holds true with viruses, because bacteria are living beings, virus is not considered a living being, yeah, very technical, but that's the general purpose of it. So you do want the vaccine to have a certain form of reaction, otherwise there's no point in giving you a vaccine. The point of a vaccine is just that, they want to trigger your immune system to react to it, while not giving all the, severe symptoms that you would normally get from the strand itself. It is exactly that. It gives you a weaker version of the virus, so that you fight it. So whenever you trigger an immune system, your system itself reacts to it. That's why people have different symptoms to it, depending on how strong your immune system or how weak they are. But I mean, in some cases, there are definitely, some severe reaction to the vaccine, but they are pretty rare compared to what you would normally get when, you get the normal strain. That's why some people are like, oh, I'm never gonna get any vaccine again because I'm feeling so sick, and you should not be feeling sick. No, some people do feel sick about it, that's the point of it. But I mean, it depends on how severe. If you get the vaccine and you still have the symptom as severe as when you would normally get it, then that's not exactly what we're hoping for. Ow! No, save me, Inspector Hosonaga! How did they lock? Oh, so the one that alarm. It's tilted. Oh, so the ship, when it moves, it locks on its own. I didn't think of that. Well, this is interesting. We didn't lock it. The door lock on itself. I mean, take a lot of water. Your system needs water. Drink water. I mean, always eat something too. Like, even if you don't want to eat, well, you want to eat. But apparently you have your appetite, so you want to eat the carbonara. A little bit hard for the system, but because of the cream. I mean, what you don't want to do though, Joshy, no alcohols. No alcohol, Joshy. No alcohol, Joshy. It slows your system so you get sick longer. Yeah, hangover? Well, there we go. It doesn't help. Let's just say that alcohol and sickness doesn't go too well together. But I mean, some people still do it, but... I'm the quiet part of the ship at the moment. Wait, is the alarm? Wait, is it the alarm? was already open when we came into your cabin. Is it not enough that he has killed a man? I did not kill any man! He is still away as well. If Vixen promises not to steal chicken, do you believe? Excuse me, rude. Take him away. He's a trespasser as well as everything else. Killing. I did not kill! Joshy did it. I didn't. There is a cell below deck. So remember, funny fact that I read recently. For the people who do go to a cruise ship, they do have like a prison shell. They even have officers that you're generally not seeing. They even have like, you know, a morgue. They can put their bodies in. Let me give you straight to the police in Hong Kong. I really have no jurisdiction here. Go to bar tomorrow afternoon and few Caesar beer. I was just so desperate to find a clue. A punch to the face will be the least of my worries. Oh shit. I'm sure. I'll have to report to the captain at once. Who's my savior? What the? Hey, you got the crown on your head! 20,000 ruble feels like on one's head. You stole the crown! Have I not told you that as a thing in my business and what other people do not? This is a mere tomfoolery, my boy. Oh no, no, well... Why were you hanging from that hook before that? What the heck? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 ruble. Yo, those hooks on the wall though, kid. Lift, well, support your entire weight. Yo. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgent. You might try to look for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall this time. An urgent report from a great detective means but one thing. Yes, the case of the curious murder that took place last night here on this vessel, the steamship Buria, has been solved? What? Get to bed? You can get over the sick feeling sooner? Sure. Take some chicken stock! I mean, you really not. You can take some Tylenol, I guess. We all knew who was responsible for killing student born this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway. He has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it! You took a few Tylenol a few hours ago? You can still take it. You're gonna take a, you know, 1 milligram? 1 gram, not 1 milligram. I mean, every 4 hours you can take it. It's what's called locked mystery detection. Yeah, locked room. That is the point. The room was locked. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. The cabin next door is not a so-called locked room at all. It is not because of an entrance used last night by the group in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. I think that... At 11? Well, that's a little bit early. You have to wait 1 more hours, I guess. Well, maybe 30 minutes. I'm gonna put my arm through that hole. That's because your arms are as thick as 3 trunk. Last night the victim were even witnessed the intruder act of passing through the vest. I can hear a faint whistling sound. 135, what looks like some sort of speckle man is dangling from the ventilator. Alright, see you later, Joshy. You have a good night. Here's the snake. Did the snake you think gonna snap the neck? Oh! Hey, what the snake? Ew! Well, there's a snake. I knew it was a snake! Strong enough, you got a snake on your face. To the band, the speckle band! Here's your snake. He's your pet! A snake! It's her pet. That snake isn't really speckled, is it? Stripey? He does have a bell though, that is broken on the other side of the room. Where's the other half of the bell? PDB, do you want to adopt a snake? He looks kinda cute here. You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that is precisely the trap into which the culprit wishes you to fall? It's a trap? You want a snake? I'll give you a snake, PDB. Miss Pavlova? She's the culprit? But that is all. Because that is nothing to do with me. The whole thing is nothing to do with me. There are 2 conclusions I've drawn from the facts. Number 1. Last night, your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. You're a snake? That same friend was responsible for a victim losing his life. What kind of snake are we talking about? You think the snake can actually snap a neck? I mean, if it's an anaconda or something, it could snap a neck. Well, it can even crush his bones. But is it that though? She turned as white as a bowl of rice again? The show must be right. He hits the nail on the head. You watch the snake? It looks like he can speak with that snake coiled out of his head. I mean, the snake do like to... can bite instead? I mean, an anaconda can crush your bone. Actually, an anaconda can, you know, go around and crush human bone like an adult. And then he swallow it whole. I mean, it's not poisonous. There are some snakes out there who are not poisonous, but will, you know, constrict you. They are called a constrictor for a reason. They constrict on their victim, crushes their bone, and swallow them whole, and then they are good for a couple of months. Fun fact. Yes, I do watch a lot of National Geography. So if it crushes your bone, it can technically snap a neck. I mean, in this game, we have someone who died with a snap on his neck. Hello, Lance. A moment ago, you claimed the fault. Like, his death has nothing to do with me. The whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Oh! Yes, when you recall those horrid other events, your aching heart smarts with pain? Smarts with pain? What? I'm doing fine. And it is the very thing that evidence you inextricably linked to the victim's death. What was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on the 410 church night? There are some hard words. Well, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded the vessel, was it not? Ah, yeah. Another telltale glance. Where's your girl? Since when is your girl, Lance? Did you ask for permission? But although your friend is the written serpent that we see before us, well, he does like to, go on people's head. The victim's written observation on the night in question tells of a speckled man. Was it regrettably? The specimen marking do not fit that description in any way. Joshi wants to sleep. Pray, what was this sign that fell upon the victim's eye last night? It was the half bell! You have the answer to this quandary even now. Hidden behind your back! What? That which you're trying but failing to conceal can only be the snake's slouted skin? What the? Shed its original skin. Last night through the ventilator visible in his cabin, your then speckled friend slittered next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as a bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarter. In the dim light, it appears to the young gentleman who was about to lose his life as a speckled man. Which last night infiltrated the scene of crime. He did infiltrate it, but I don't know the meaning. Is a rare breed of snake whose marking change each time he slots his skin? Huh? A snake so dreadful we can only imagine it would be found in the deepest depth of India. What? Huh? How Mr. Asogi died. Moving on, we come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. Okay. How did this young man lose his life, but why? According to the data which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible sign of injuries. Yes. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by terrible venom. Venom. You can really imagine that there remain evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. Will prove the cause of death conclusively. There are no proofs. That's what it says. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wound left by the venomous fangs will seal the truth? I thought there were no external injuries visible. The vestige of the snake bite delivered by your terrifying friends. I mean, this makes no sense. there is no point in feigning ignorance. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, didn't you? I mean, now your involuntary glance betrays the hidden place you choose. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the travel case. Snake? Yeah, do you want a snake? Your serpent assassin was restless inside. Low whistling sound. I mean, it's whistles like a snake's. To trade? You summon it back with a whistle. Nandising has undergone such a training? It's not true! Well, she's denying it. I mean, it's a little bit stretch. Moving slowly through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sing its flank once. How would it snap his neck? His venom would course through the victim's vein, ending his existence forever. Yeah, no, keep any kind of snakes clear away from you. Why? You are a cat. Cat like is to hit on snakes. What is the true nature of the speckleback? Oh, there can be no doubt. My logic is infallible. Okay, let's correct some of those logical thinking here. It's a little bit weird and far-fetched. I mean, it's helping me, but the snake is still on his face though. I mean, he must be having a strong ass head and neck to be constricted right covering his nose, and he's still not dead. This trainer pet snake as a killing machine, yay. Despise snake, that's what I'm saying, so you know, you clear all the snake yourself. There on the floor you will observe a saucer. You know, the promise of food is the key to training any creature. Yes. Incredible! You solved the mystery! Amazing! Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Herlock Sholmes has become such a household name. I mean, we're gonna throw you to the Snake Island near Brazil. There is an island filled with, you know, snakes, and I believe there's one species of snake that I found nowhere in this entire world, and very, very venomous. The more you know. I don't know why I know these random facts. Maybe I look too much into National Geographic. Can I venture an opinion, Mr. Sholmes? But of course, what's on your mind? It's just about your deduction before. Something don't quite make sense to me. I welcome question as to my method, and it wells it both loudly and proudly. Oh, okay, well, good. First of all, snake are egg-laying creature, part of reptile family. Well informed, madame. And reptiles don't drink milk. It's really only mammal that likes to drink milk, you see? I'm not sure you possibly train a snake using milk as a reward. I mean, you can use other things. I mean, we have seen, you know, some people, unless it's like an urban legend, like using a flute, and the snake just started slithering up. Is that not true? Is that an urban legend? No matter, no doubt Miss Paloma used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. That was merely an example. The logic holds. True, okay. Snakes have no ears. They can feel the vibration though. No, they can definitely feel the vibration though. They're very sensitive with, you know, a change in humidity with their split tongues, right? The snake charmer, yes. So how are we talking about? What of the tales from Arabia? That dances the sound of flute? I think perhaps the performer played their music in time with the snake's natural movement. Really? I thought it was about, you know, feeling the vibration, isn't it? No hands, no ears? Really? So is that really an urban legend? Let me Google what happened. Hear stuff? Do not have an external ear, but they do have all parts of inner ear that we do. Okay. Are the staples called a columella is likely different from ours in that it connects to the jawbone, enable them to sense vibration. There we go. However, they can only hear a portion of the sound we hear, so they don't have the external part of their ear, but they have the inner part of their ear, and it's connected to the jawbone, so they can sense the vibration from a sound, but they don't have the range that we hear. Aha! True fact from National Zoo. So they can feel the vibration, and that's a different things. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. Don't take it out on a snake, Mr. Sean. There is one other thing. That's according to Google, that's what it says, but I'm pretty sure the snake can feel. I mean, even with the tongue, when they are slitting out the eye, it's not because their tongue is long, it's because they feel the different vibration and the change in humidity. So they are quite adept into sensing other stuff because of their, you know, well, lack of the sense that we have, but they compensate with other things. So otherwise it wouldn't make sense that they would be a prey. They need to be able to feel somehow the environment, otherwise they won't be able to, you know, attack their prey, right? I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat-tailed court. The point is, even if the snake had gone through the ventilator to the next door cabin, he couldn't have come back without help. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake would have had that part in this. You're playing Tears of Kingdom. Yeah, I also need, well, not Tears of Kingdom, but I need to go back to Elden Ring. Since the DLC is bound to come back, and I already forgot how to play Elden Ring. We need to step in and help again, Mr. Naruhodo. You might get both for Christmas. Which is this other one? Tears of Kingdom and this one? Snake Charmers. We need to motivate Mr. Shong's latest deduction and turn them into great ones they ought to be. Yeah, let's do it. Mr. Naruhodo, help me! Proof F099. He's a small boy? Who is a small boy? Herlock Shongs? I shall see them restore after our work, is that? Why? Just leave me alone. Stop putting the handcuffs on me. Some kind of fetish or something. Logic and reasoning spectacular. Let's go. Alright, course correction. Hold it! Mr. Shaw. Okay. A moment ago you claimed the following. Okay, we are going back. That is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. Yet you cannot deceive yourself. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching hearts with pain. I don't even know what's the meaning of that sentence. Can someone explain to me what does it mean? Your aching heart smarts with pain? What does that even mean? Like feel the pain? Smarts with pain? Why did she see the buff arm sailor? I mean, she's probably more buff than the sailor now. She keep going to the gym. Aching head? Smarts with pain? That's true. She looks as though Kazuma's death is weighing heavily on her mind. But you're not sure Mr. Shum has read her quite correctly, is that it? Aching heart right here. And here. What is that? A little pink shell. What's that? What? It's an earring? That's an earring. The crescent moon pot look as though it's made from wood. It's charming, isn't it? Buff sailor man? Is that what you like? Some Russian? Some Russian buff man? Her ears thinking missing something though. What happened to her thing? She has such a petite amount of beautiful hair and a little pink shell. Wait, it's missing a pink shell. She doesn't appear to have noticed that it's broken. I don't have any. Oh, claw scratch. I got nothing. Yeah, I'm tiny. Scratch mark.
Yes!
I mean, that would hurt if she got claw scratch. It's not a constrictor, you think? I don't know what kind of snake is it, so I'm not gonna advance whether it's a venomous type or it's a constrictor or just like a, you know, ball python. I know it doesn't have claws, but she's hurt. We're talking about hurt, so she's hurt from something that scratched her. It's not a snake. I feel so sad, and when I'm sad, the pain from this wound is worse. Deal. Were you the one who scratched the lady? Yeah. Did you kill the gentleman on the other side of the room? It was you, right? Yeah. Why is there a scratch mark on the lady's hand? Yeah, what have you done? It is that very thing that evidence your inextricable links to the victims then. So, yes, what was the nature of this intruder that stole its victim? Yeah. She has another pet? not the serpent. She has another pet. That's why you claw her? So what did the gentleman on the next door did? You killed him. You even snapped his neck. Dio, what have you done? Snakes don't have claws, do they? No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet on which claws might grow. It's not a salamander. If that snake isn't her pet, what is? What's the true identity of her? Oh, maybe she... Oh, okay, so where is that snake coming from? We should follow her gaze now. Hold on. Okay, where is she looking at? Well, it's not the snake. Oh! It was a cat! It's a cat! Ah, the cat did get there. Yeah, we have a picture of you now. We see the half of the bell on the other side. Dio! Dio! What have you done? It's a little black creature that shows in the corner of Dio! It is even like a dog thing. It's a black creature. Little kitten. I mean... Very attached to it. It's the kitty! Yes! You've been exposed! It was you! Your friend is a little kitten we see before us. Well, maybe he's a big kitten now. When was that photo taken? Oh no! I mean, the cat took me to go in. Whose neck is that? Lance, was that your snake? Is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, did you? Hey! Darka! Yo, Dio. Dio. You see how she called the kitty? Darkliton, Darka? Dio? Is there something you wish to tell us? Is there something you wish to tell us? Now confess, Dio. It's even called Darka! I can leave her behind. Darka will appear to be a Russian blue. Okay. It's even Russian. And yet that fact leaves us in the quandary. Okay, the victims... Oh, they're snakes. Yo, the snake is strong. Look at that buff man getting, you know, handled by the snake. Well, we'll get to find the truth behind it, Darka. What the heck is that? That's not a snake skin. Something out of the pocket and hid behind. It was half of the bell, right? The deduction what his specialties are maybe making me believe that was a point too. Anyway, I find it hard to believe that the skin of a snake one is now, in which case, just what is Miss Pavlova hiding behind the back? Gotta see behind the back. I wanna see your booty. Oh, a whistle. It is Meko, it is a bat, but what is it? Soft and fluffy, a piece of cloth or something. A cat's toy? Oh, the one that... Is that true you like those kind of toys, dear? Cat's toy.
Yes!
It was a cat's toy. I was like, what the heck is that thing? It's a cat's toy. But how did the cat snap the person's neck though? How strong do you have to be to snap someone's neck like that? A strong ass cat. I mean, if it's a cat, it cannot be venomous. Hey. So it's not the snake that's the speckle. You wave it around and presume naturally the victim could not fail to notice. But why? For what reason? Because the cat was on the other side. Her feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin. Oh dear, you naughty, naughty cat. Why did you go to the neighbor's room? It was because it was a nice, good gentleman. A handsome gentleman with a samurai blade, isn't it? You naughty, naughty. Miss Pavlova attempted to use the spectral cat toy to incite the creature to return. I mean, the cat is still not snapped the neck, but here's the thing, it's not a locked room mystery in the sense that you do have a way to lock it from outside. It was shown the floor. I mean, technically, you know, a vibrant, maybe it was the alarm, but you know, the ship shook a little bit and it went on the other side. So maybe it's, you know, waves and the lock actually got itself, you know, hatched. So it locked on its own. It's a blithesome Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Daka! By the name of Darkington. A truly troublesome feline, young Daka is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You heard that, Dio? I mean, not me. Show me saying you need to be caged. But here's the thing, where are you? You ran away. The tiara she will wear on stage can also be seen. It was after I gave her her food last night. That's when it happened. Oh shit. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared. You naughty! Through the ventilator. Why would you do that? You scratch the hand that feeds you. She is so naughty. See, I'm not the one saying. Pavlova, the lady here, saying you're so naughty. Naughty, naughty cat. How did he die though? Moving on, we came to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life and why? It's not venom. According to the data which have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible sign of injuries. In fact, the circumstances of the victim's death can only be explained by terrible venom. Well, cat don't have venom. There were no signs of a wound anywhere on the Kazma's body, that's right. But Mr. Show seems to be unaware of one very important detail. It wasn't poisoned. Nope.
Yes!
Wrong cat food brand. Temptation was not good for you. His neck was snapped. The breaking of cervical vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath will be strong enough to survive that. Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak. I mean, I must say that Seaman is buff as hell. Russian the Rock Dwayne Johnson. The jury's out anyway. We have a good authority that victim's leg was broken. Now, if we take that as a fact, there remain evidence to affirm it at the scene of the crime. How long would there be? Yes, it was the bell. No, not that. Not because of the breakthrough. In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone. Yo, that was. Presumably, that guy didn't silently creep up behind Kazuma and dealt him with a fit. DL might do it. She said so. You just said it. You were mad because someone gave you the wrong cat food brand. You would be jumping on people's in the back and snap their neck. Demon cat. It's possible that it had fall and hit the ground awkwardly. Terrible act of misfortune. He wrote something though. Without any injuries with a fall? Is there anything from the scene that could explain what happened? A scuff mark? Did he slit?
Yes!
That statue must come into play? You think so, PD? It is a deposit of shoe polish. Yes. Shoe polish. I mean, if you fell though, you must be hurting somewhere on your head, on your shoulders, leaving no physical mark. How's that? These ones. The color of the polish is a perfect match to the color of the Misasogi lace leather shoes. What happened? For some reason, Mr. Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object, suffering fatal blow to the spine. Okay, if you caught your no. The victim vertebrae shatters, and in that instant he lost his life. How can you cut up in something without leaving any external injuries? I don't know anything. You know! Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Uga lost his life? The fact is as clear as the day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. Whoa. But now your involuntary glance betray the hiding place you choose. Not behind a shed. Now he's no more. He can be true. Somewhere in the direction that just casts his eyes in. Alright, let me look at it. There must be half of that, you know, bell. Alright. Bottle? Tiara? Been gone exploring. Dio, come back here. I'm not sure about the tiara. It's not the tiara. What about the garbage? I want to see the garbage. What's inside? We started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there's not much rubbish there yet, right? There's the hot bell. I was looking at that shit. No.
Yes!
Waste paper basket, you threw it away! Now waste paper basket! Fragment of some intricate glass object will seem one that has a familiar area. The other half is in the other one. See? The two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no! Shall we consider what this tells us? Why would it be that part of this glass object, which was evidently broken at the scene of the victim's death, should be found in the waste paper basket in the cabin? Did the cat brought it back? You don't know. That hushed Russian accent of yours won't save you this time, dear girl, what? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. Take it away, Mr. Naruto. Oh, yes. It would be the picture.
Yes!
The picture has a bell on it. Dio has a bell. The very glass bell in question. You have a picture of her. The truth has caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. And the cause of that fateful stumble? Your absent feline friend, Daka! I have a feeling it's a little bit deeper than just a cat, though. I'm sorry. That bell meant nothing. It's only you, Dio. Dead by tripping over a cat. Dio! You tripped the gentleman and broke his neck? But it still doesn't make sense to me. How can you trip without me? I'm stuck at that point. Like, no. No. You fell down, you're gonna get concoction, you're gonna get bruising, you're gonna get, blood somewhere. To have such a blunt force of snapping your neck when you fell, hit yourself on the object and not have any external injuries. Alright, Dio's master, what did you see? was a little after 1 in the morning. It was so late, but I hadn't had time to feed Daka, so I gave her some food. And then, all of a sudden, she scratched me and jumped out of my hands. People do say that cats become very anxious and nervous in new environments. She was so fast, she disappeared through the ventilator before I could stop her. And that is how you acquired a rather nasty wound on the back of your head, I take it. Yes, and I had to read the rules on the wall. I knew that I was not allowed Daka with me. Oh shit. Yes, modern science suggests that animals can carry infectious disease. It's a precaution, really. DL, do you have COVID? It says you're carrying infectious disease. So I listened and listened, trying to hear if there was some noise in the next cabin. She was watching from the ventilator. It was very quiet. I was sure if someone was there, he must be sleeping. So at that point, we thought it's safe to try to lure the kitty back by dangling the end of the toy through the ventilator and into the adjoining cabin. Daka always loved this toy, but it didn't work. Nothing worked. I tried using a favorite toy. I tried whistling to her softly, but nothing. She didn't return. So the faint whistling sound Kazuma wrote about in his diary was Miss Pavlova trying to retrieve her pet, okay? Cats have a propensity to remain hidden in the shadow when frightened. True. Yes, so there was nothing else I could do. I just had to wait until she had calmed down. But then... I nearly passed out with shock. I heard her cry out and then, oh, it was such a dreadful bang. And then afterward, nothing. It was totally silent. From the appearance of the brown mark on the floor, it seems likely that what you heard was the victim stepping on the glass bell and tripping. Glass bell and tripping? But it was on her neck though, how the heck? The SS Buria is a large vessel, but even she can pitch and roll violently without warning. Was already off balance as a result of the ship lurching when the kitten got under his feet. The combination of unfortunate factor could easily have caused him to fall over. But what became of the kitten afterwards? Where's the cat? Where's DL? In the end, I managed to get her to come back through the ventilator. Yet Daka is nowhere to be seen. Where is she? I must have forgotten to lock my case and now she's disappeared again. I am sure something happened. I mean, is it only this? Really? Game. That cat is as insufferably restless as I am. Yo, you're insufferably restless. When I woke this morning, I heard that a young man in the exam next to mine had died, but I couldn't bring myself to tell anyone what happened. I was too scared that they would send me back. Oh shit. Oh, hold on a minute. What about the snake? Where is it? Where's your snake? If the snake isn't your friend, then whose is it? Where did it come from? What on earth is such a dangerous creature doing on board of the ship? It was the seamen's... Oh crap. It's only you! The snake was innocent, the cat was the devil. Kill the man. Fat! Snake is your friend. His name is Pirosko. Huh? That snake belongs to Yo? He escaped from cage when the emergency alarm sounded. I was looking for him. Oh shit. To find him in here. How did that snake get into this cabin? I'm not permitted on board. Ah, we are at sea for 1 year. You want to be solo with a close friend, with someone who understands? Couldn't you find someone a little bit more human who understands you better? I was gonna say, does the snake understand you? I mean, dog, maybe snake though? Really? A gargantuan venomous snake? Surely you can appreciate the danger you're putting everyone in. No venom. He's a constructor. Does not have venom. He's harmless, very long but very gentle. He's adorable like Granny. I mean, yeah, send it to Ali. Do you want the snake? It's venomless? Yo, there is still so much about this. Why is everyone feeling so fuzzy? Like their head is heavy. And showing me the clue that the door can be locked without, you know, being inside the room. You can actually lock it from outside through, you know, the ship rocking about. He does not. He's hugging that you know, big man's face. You feed him what? Milk? Mice. They say they milk chicken? Ridiculous. The snake that drink milk are only in stupid story. Eat mouses. They don't know mice. Big fat round mouse. Mickey, or the Mickey gone. Is that what the mouse trap in passageway out there is for? How else gonna catch my friend's favorite food? Nothing says top of the food chain like the look in their eyes right now. Oh shit. It refused to drink milk, it can hear a whistle, it can climb up a bell cord, and it's not even venomous. How the deuce did something so inept land a starring role? It's not my fault to the makeup story. Puppy Roscoe has nothing to do with this incident. It might though. The snake was definitely inside the room. I mean, I refuse to believe only the cat was involved. That some stuff just make it, you know, fail and snap his neck. Is that the truth though? Something feels wrong. Something feels very wrong. But I don't know what is the problem. Miss Pavlova, we're gonna have to detain your cat. DL, surrender now. We're gonna put you in a cage. There's no escape for you. A young man lost his life. If you're going to attempt to cover up your guilt with lies, then no matter what the circle, I cannot forgive you. Oh shit. What are you talking about, Miss Mikodova? What lies? Miss Pavlova just confessed everything. It was just a series of unfortunate events and accidents. No. It's not cat. I mean, I might be a little bit towards, you know, cat. But DL, even though she has a nasty temper of scratching people's hand, and because she was hangry, I refuse to believe that she pushed the gentleman and stabbed his neck. To be perfectly honest, yes. See? There's a discrepancy. Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure of it. I just can't put my fingers on it. Sholmes? I confess, I was intending to let Scotland Yard deal with any outstanding issue on this matter. I'm only present here for a very specific reason. The truth is you, Mr. Naruto, are simply a distraction. What? I do hope you've not been finding your shackle too uncomfortable. When did you put that shackle on me? Especially on your wrist as a result of our intervention. I was rather hoping I could resolve matter before we made our next port call. Yes, but I overlooked one important detail. The deceased young man was a very close companion of yours. Was he not? Yes. Extremely messy temper. Kazubaba Spectre, I owe him my freedom even. In that case, we must follow this to its conclusion. I'm gonna still have to defend myself tonight. No further distraction. You must uncover the real truth here. The key to this, the discrepancy in Miss Pavlova's story, I'm sure. If I could chase that down, maybe the truth will become clear. Why are you not telling it? You would even lie to protect what? I mean, first of all, DLC, I'm on your side. I'm trying to defend you. You might be a nasty cat. But you did not, cause the general death of this gentleman. There's a lot of stuff happening there that, cannot be only the work of a DL, of a DACA. Now the question is what it is. Something happened, and I don't know what it is still. I mean, from what I have gathered so far, a little bit tough. Alright, now see what I can do. And why is your master not telling me anything, Daka? So then, shall we begin? What we should ponder first. No. I mean, why would someone write something? The cat cannot write something.
Hold it!
It's not. I'm going to have to spell it out for me, I'm afraid. Yes, it's starting to take shape now. There's a clear contradiction between the fact and Miss Pavlova's story here. The evidence is right here in Kazuma's body, it's undeniable. A mere accident. No, it's not an accident. I mean, he wrote something. Let us show our head, Miss. No, time to prevent the evidence. Okay. He wrote something on the wall.
Yes!
Someone must keep my mouth shut, or else. It's not you! Who you're protecting, dear? Left this message on the floor. That script is Russian, isn't it? Indeed it is. The word written in wardrobe. I see what you mean. Most people will leave a dying message in the native language, Japanese in this case, but maybe it was done Russian. Why would it? It is a simple language. I want to learn as many languages as possible, but I don't find any language simple, so to speak. They would have picked it up very fast. It's actually not the point. It makes no difference whether he knew Russian or not. There's no way that Mr. Asugi would have left this message on the floor, and the reason why is clearly explained in here. He stabbed and died instantly. Damage to the cervical vertebra resulting in instant death. Instant death. Which means after the victim fell to the floor, he couldn't possibly have written anything because he was already dead. That's not the only reason either. There's something else we found in Mr. Asogi's cabin. A remnant of something that couldn't possibly have been there, if what Miss Pavlova told us was true. Susato has noted it too then. Well, another piece of evidence of this was no accident, in other words. Another piece of evidence. What? What? The glass? Someone put the shadow bell, half of the shadow bell back in?
Yes!
It was broken in half when the victim tripped over. Unfortunately, there is a very big flaw and fatal flaw. Yeah, if that's really what happened, then why is the other half in here, right? Remember that we found the other half of glass bell in that waste paper basket. Would you care to explain that, Miss Pavlova? Who are you hiding? We'll point to the same conclusion. Someone tampered with the... There was someone else in the room. A ranger seemed to disguise the truth, and in order to cover up his or her own guilt. Pavlova! What are you trying to hide?
Hold it!
Was that you? Seaman? There was no way in or out? That's not true. That is not true.
Yes!
It's true, I was in the cabin when it happened. You were shut inside the cabin watcher to prepare about the details. No, would have. There's no way you could have them. As I was saying, the person in question wrote the word wardrobe in Russian on the floor in an attempt to incriminate me for the crime, even though I had been sleeping there the entire time. And then the same person picked up the broken glass bell that had fallen to the floor for the fear of becoming evidence that would show how Miss Asogi really died. Oh shit. But why wouldn't this person have taken all the pieces of bell away? Half behind was always going to raise questions. Well, yes, it was past 1 o'clock in the early hours of the morning. The cabin would have been quite dark. The single small lamp suspended from the ceiling would barely have cast any light onto the floor there. Little wonder then that the culprit failed to notice a fragment of tiny items. You all suspect me, don't you?
Hold it!
Seaman Stroganoff! Nina is a woman of sea. She's daughter of strong sailor. 2 years ago, they noticed her dancing skill as she went away to join ballet company. But before, she was a dancer on this ship, a member of Ship's Band. Now we have more information. You do not accuse Ship's Angel of being criminal. Ah, so that's it. You said that when young student died, Nina was there in his cabin. But that's not possible. I give my tooth. Well, this is almost interesting. And why would you give your tooth, right? How can you be so sure? You're a great detective, you should know. Cabin bulkhead were bolted shut from inside. Nobody could go into cabin, not Nina, not anyone. Or you want to tell me that killer can walk through locked doors? Yet! It's impossible! Oh, it is possible. I can tell you it is possible to be locked from. I've read about this in detective stories. People often tie thread around door latches so they can open and close them from the outside. Yeah, the threads? Are you stupid? These bulkheads are not barn doors. Certainly not. These are watertight door as one would expect to find on any modern steamship, constructed of heavy steel with not a gap in sight. No threads or needle or magnets could have been used. No, of course not. I thought so too, but Mr. Naruto said it earlier, so how could you shift it onto me like that, eh? So Siemens Rover has a valid point. The cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Not necessarily. Yeah, see, I put it into you that I could bolt this cabin door without laying a finger on it. The alarm. And in this very cabin, we can see the trace of the method I have in mind. Yo, suddenly Shom is becoming clever. Yo, what is the change of character? Suddenly he looked so ditzy before, now he's like so clever or something. What is this? The alarm. We've seen it happen. It was the alarm, but where is the alarm? Let me save though. I need to see where is the alarm thing. If I trigger the alarm, it's gonna lock. That would be a funny thing though. Usually when you trigger the alarm, modern alarm and stuff, the doors open instead of closing after a certain time. Why would it close? In the ship. Wait, where am I?
Yes!
Emergency stop. Oh, so when you do the emergency stop, it will shut the thing. I believe, yes, it's what's known as the force of inertia acting on the object. The same force that pushed over those books on the case also made something else in this cabin move. The bolt on the cabin door. Okay, good. Well, Detective Inspector Horonaga. When the ship stopped suddenly, the boat flew across and locked the door. But it's small and light enough to be moved by ship's sudden change of speed. Inertia or inertia? Mr. was killed? What? The SS Burrier made another emergency stop? When I woke up this morning to look around the cabin, I thought it looked a little odd. All the books on the shelf had toppled over, and all the ornament. It was almost as if someone had run their hand across the shelf and deliberately knocked everything over. And I stood them all up again, didn't I? And then when we came into this cabin, we were surprised to see the same thing in here. All the books and everything had toppled over, just like Mr. Asogi's cabin. But the question is, who killed him? Are you out of money? You say very many. It doesn't seem a little far-fetched. How could that possibly happen? Unless you're saying the Cupid is actually some of the engine room? No, but you can do the emergency alarm. Are you forgetting the button in the passageways outside? Use it to trigger the emergency alarm. There was a notice, wasn't there, telling you only to press it in times of emergency. On dark night when the fog is dense, the captain cannot afford to rely on the eyes of the south lookout alone, hence the placement of a number of buttons around the vessels to allow any crewman to raise the alarm. The sort of button one is almost compelled to press to satisfy one's curiosity. Stroganoff, you did that. When the button is pressed, two things happen in the interest of safety. The emergency alarm bing rails, the vessels come to a complete stop. And indeed, it did a little earlier today. Mr. Shom, surely it wasn't you who... As I always say, a button has but one purpose in life: to be pushed and pressed, whatever the occasion. He sounds almost proud of himself. How dare you mess with the shit? Now the question is, who did that yesterday night after someone killed him? Now, I'm sure all that can wait until later. Indeed. One valuable lesson. When a vessel makes an emergency stop, the bolts on the cabin door slide close. So, what we must now consider. Last night, after what happened to Mr. Asogi, did the ship make an emergency stop or did it not? Even in the middle of night, there would be a chaos everywhere. What are your thoughts, Mr. Well, everyone was in a truck or something though, right? Some kind of emergency happened last night. We have evidence to support the idea. The ship's log.
Yes!
Is that right? That is correct. Why? In the ship's logs here, this would be where you record the detail of your duty. That's yours, but you did not record anything. We took it into our care with a mind to return it to you later. I left it there on purpose. That is where I put it always. The point is, looking at what you usually record, it's clear that under normal circumstances, you write the phrase "nothing to report" every 30 minutes. But from 2 o'clock last night until first light this morning, nothing was recorded at all. That is... yeah! Because nothing happened. But if nothing happened, you would normally have nothing to report, wouldn't you? Shortly after 2 AM, something happened. Here aboard the SS Maria. Something sufficiently significant to make you forget to fill in the ship's log, in fact. Are you suggesting that the ships really did make an emergency stop in the middle of night? Stop talking rubbish! He's mad. I find that a little hard to believe myself. Oh, why? Because if something as major as an emergency stop really had happened, surely all of us would have noticed, but we were drugged! The ship lurched so violently and the alarm bell was so loud, I can imagine that anyone would slip through that, even if it happened in the dead of the night. Well, no, that's a good point. But we all had a headache. Your head, man. The throbbing of your head since this morning, we all have suffered with it. See? still have it. My head has been feeling heavy ever since dawn. Yes, you opened the flick, haven't you? Just as I suspected. What happened? Did we all get drugged? Everything has felt sort of hazy. I can't really remember anything that happened after I climbed back inside. So it was even planned though. Wait, if we were drugged, that means that the killing was planned. Oh, okay. Then the first thing I noticed is someone was throwing pain in my head. With handcuffs. Why didn't I wake up when all that was happening to me? Oh, because you were drunk. Tell me, Mr. Naruto, you boarded this vessel as a stowaway, didn't you? Oh yeah, well, yes. Sorry? Class of all commander doesn't usually include meals. What did you survive on? Well, Kazuma looked after me. He was always happy to share his meal. So he didn't eat the entire meal, he gave it to me. So that's why I got drowsy and he was not. But why? So it was supposed to be for him. But he was awake, so he witnessed something that he shouldn't be witnessing. It needs to be silenced. Is that what we're getting at? So you enjoyed some of the whole roasted chicken dish that was served yesterday evening, I take it. In fact, I had all of that. Kazuma wasn't fond of chicken. So the victim didn't eat any of the chicken. Oh, my dear fellow. Does that not strike you? Do you mean to say we were all drugged? That there was something wrong with the chicken? Yo, the chicken! The meal prepared for the passenger last night has been tampered with. Soporific designed to induce a very deep slumber in those who consumed it. Oh. A sleeping drug? But why? Place every wheel with a sleeping drug so no one would notice the ship emergency stuff. That's how she got it on the ship. It was so that, you know, she could get on the ship without anyone noticing. Precisely. Placing every meal of every passenger on board with a soporific would certainly be impossible unless, that is, every single member of the crew was a conspirator. Mr. Sholmes! It was so that she can get on the boat! Oh, I'm sorry to say that any more deception in this matter will get you nowhere. Oh shit. It was to get her on. But why did he kill her? If you knew there would be an inquiry made through the shipping company, of course. Every member of the crew and the captain himself would be hauled over the coals. Yo. For aiding and abetting a renegade. Oh, so the other one is on this boat too. But why did he die though? No more, I would tell everything. Eh? For everyone anymore. These crewmen are your former comrade, yes. Yes, so when I decided to run away, I asked them to help me. We all agreed to help, everyone together. So she threw away everything, her fame in the ballet, Mother Russia. We wanted to help our angel. I don't believe it. So you are right, we put sleeping drug in chicken last night. Chewing on a lump of something strange and bitter at one point. We could not make all drugs. How do you say, dissolve? Talk about heavy seasoning? Oh shit. At midnight in water near Shanghai, we brought our angel. Oh right, because we are near Hong Kong, so we're in between you know, Japan, so you should be close to Shanghai, and then you're going to Hong Kong, and then India afterward. Alright, makes sense. She was helped by comrade on shore with small fishing boat. While all passengers of the SS Bureau slept soundly, thanks to the almost magical effect of the slumber-inducing potion their evening meal had contained. That's what happened. The only person that woke on the ship last night would be with a crew of people who dislike chicken and the newly boarded passenger, Miss Pavlova. And that means it would have been possible for you. You could have used the emergency stop trick to lock Kazma's cabin. But how does that make sense? And there would have been complete chaos. I wouldn't say so. All the other passengers would have eaten their evening meal of chicken in their cabin. I mean, some other people might not have eaten the chicken though. How all? That's a very generalization. After which they would have been overwhelmed by the tiredness because of the sleeping drug. Accordingly, all passengers were already in the cabin for the night. Overwhelming majority of passengers would habitually sleep with their cabin doors bolted anyway, so not one of them would have found it remarkable to find the door locked in the morning. In summary, in order to fasten the bolt of a single cabin door on the ship, the culprit brought the entire vessel to an emergency stop in the early hour of the morning. Why would this door not shut down, though? What is the point? The point is what I said earlier. There was somebody else present on the scene when the victim lost his life last night. Someone who left a message in Russian and on the floor in an attempt to incriminate another. Someone who tried desperately to hide the broken fragments of glass that would reveal the culprit's identity. And someone who abused the ship emergency stop procedure in order to lock a door. All told, a busy night. Did you shave your beard? Were you the... Hold on. Is that him, the revolutionary? Does he look like him? That's a wrong face. You like to speak with your long English word and explain your clever ideas. But I'm a sailor, and sailors don't listen to long, boring story we don't believe. Sailors like me, we trust only what we see with our eyes. A laudable trait. I'm quite of the same disposition, my good man. Observation to me is everything. Mr. Naruhodo, do you hear it? The accusatory cry of guilt on the wind. Accusatory cry of guilt? Sorry, you've lost me. Proof of involvement, man. But you can't hear such a call with your ears, no. You must hear it with your eyes, for observation is the basic of all deduction. For one final logic reasoning spectacular to expose the truth, alright. I mean, if he figured it out. But observation, my dear fellow, just as said, there's two prevaricator. Observation. If you remember, Mr. Naruto, we know that somebody tried to fabricate evidence, don't we, by tampering with the scene of Miss Asogi's death. What we're looking for is some trace of evidence that one of these two was there when it happened. Precisely, you're delightfully quick to grasp my meanings. Alright, I'll see what I can see. So we're looking for a trace of evidence that shows someone else was here last night when Kazuma died. Chunky arms. There's chunky arms. And big arms, like tree trunk. Did he snap his neck with his chunk though? With his arm though? That must be one froghead. I couldn't have done anything other being dragged out of this man. Now, Lodo-san, are you alright? You seem to be lost in thoughts. Yeah, blame those hairy tree trunks. Hairy. Gosh. Okay, we have some evidence of you, sir, that I can see. You have some sexy belly buttons too, can't you? Whee! Yes! Ink stain! Boing. Even Stroganoff, you seem to have quite a large purple stain on the back of your white uniform there, eh? Oh yes, I don't know where that dirt come from. It's ink stain. What are you trying to say? It would appear the significance of the stain has escaped your attention, seaman. Allow us to make it plain. It's a very large purple stain on the back of Seaman Stroganoff's uniform. I think what made it clear. Indeed it is, Mr. Naruhodo. Present the evidence that proves it. My pleasure. Alright, and the evidence that proves that the stain on the back of the uniform really is. Alright. Wardrobe. How would it go on this map? Okay, let's cruise along with this. It's a photograph the ink shows. A rather unusual color of ink, purple. Ah, the penny drops at last. Now you see the significance? The Russian word on the floor next to the victims are written in purple ink. And the stain on the back of you is the exact same color. Shoo! If the ink had been dry, it couldn't possibly have stained your uniform in that way. Which means you must have been present in the cabin the moment immediately after the ink was spilled. You were. Alright, yes. It was me. I did it. No, you didn't. Everything. I arranged everything in that student's cabin to make it look like wardrobe man did it. Then I pressed the button to make Gloria do an emergency stop and the whole cabin door shut. I did everything so no one would suspect our angels. But I didn't do it. She didn't do it though. Biff, please. Don't worry, Angel. Let me do talking. It was after 1 in the morning. I was on duty patrolling passageway. Angel came to me. She was white like sheet. Biff, please, you must help me. Okay, what happened? I went with her. The door to the cabin number 1 was open, and when I looked inside, I saw student boy on the floor. Why was it not locked on the door? What happened here? Please, don't tell anyone. My little one, my little furry friend. She was mistaken though, right? Everything that happened in the cabin is like Angel told you. Like the kitten escaped to the ventilator into Miss Asogi's cabin. And then he tripped over it and broke his neck when it fell to the floor? What? So after the incident when the cat ran away, Miss Pazola then visited the cabin next to hers, only to find its occupant lying lifeless on the floor. No. That still does not explain why he did not have... He was lying in the middle. What snapped his neck? The door was not locked. Someone opened the door. Why would the door be not locked? Well, everyone is locking the door except this door. Huh? Pavlova, something is wrong here. Especially when, you know, Asogi know that he has a friend in the wardrobe? When you went into Miss Pavlova, was he already dead? Well, Miss Pavlova. Hey. I saw him. It was dark and he was wearing black, but he was on the floor, not moving. I was scared. I understand and I believe you. So is that finally it now? No, it's not the truth. Why is the door open? Something very nearly slipped my mind. This photograph. I took this myself, you know. The cause of death was broken and therefore the victim died instantly, and the unfortunate incident that precipitated this event a killing on which the victim stumbled? However, if those are the facts, there is one particular area in this photograph that seems to me somewhat unnatural. What are your thoughts on the matter, Mr. Narumoto? I mean, it's not though, he was killed. What is wrong with this photo? Let me save here. This is the point I'm not sure. What is wrong with this photo? I mean, the sailor, the seaman broke that. This? Yes! That's not it. Alright, I need to go pee. Give me a second, guys. Tiger. Oh. Who's Tiger Boy? Are you Tiger Boy? Who's a good boy? You the best boy here? Yeah, you are the best boy. Are you the best boy? Best boy, come on. Yeah, what? Tiger, tell me what's wrong with this picture. Something is wrong with this picture. What is that? What is wrong? The closed fist? The closed fist? Is that what it is?
Yes!
Then the fist just doesn't seem quite right. You're gonna go to the night? Alright, night night. Tiger, say night night to dear. You see that? You do a meow? Meow meow? Can you speak? You don't want to speak? You want to show your tail like this? In a fall, someone's instinct is to open the palm flat. Yes, indeed. I mean, it's grasping here, but... Yet here we see the victim with his left hand tightly balled into the fist. Almost, you might say, he was fighting. He's gripping something. Simply that I took the liberty to investigate the victim's fist a short while ago. You did? Hey, Tiger. Hey, big boy. What is that? Yeah. Ew. Stop moving, Tiger. Stop moving. No, stop moving. Open your eyes, stop it. Stop moving, Tiger. Giving Tiger treats? No. Just clean his eyes a little bit. So what, pray do you measure, my dear fellow? Mr. Shome, what did you find? It's gotta be something that incriminates me again? Do I have to defend myself? Why would I keep you in suspense? The other half of the earring from Miss Pavlova? A crescent moon with a little gemstone in the middle. A crescent moon. It does. Familiar somehow. It's her earring. It's her earring. Okay, it's not from here. Okay, well. Observation is from her earring. Why? Last piece of the puzzle. Ask yourself, what does the little person will mean? It's an earring. It's the earring she lost. We found that earlier.
Yes!
I noticed that on your ear. Even though you have a metal earring, the decorated part of it seems to be missing. The little link hold it must have broken. But looking at your other ears, you have a crescent moon! Pavlova, what have you done? The missing crescent moon was found on Vixen's clenched fist. Still, there's only one logical conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? What happened? What did you do, lady? Must have grasped that crescent moon and pulled it from your ear. Just a moment before you fell to the floor? Last night, you missed Asogi's cabin. You witnessed the moment when the fist fell with your own eyes. Yo, you were quite a little at arm's length from them. But the question is, why did Mr. do that? Why did he pull your earring from your ear and hold it into his clenched fist? During this final moment, oh no, what have you done, lady? No one can protect you now. Please, Miss Pavlova, tell us the truth. Last night, what did you do to Kazuma? Hey. Oh, the hell? Okay, it was you, right? It was you. You were the killer. Tiger, what have you done? When I think about everything happened yesterday, it was too much. Running away, the fishing boat in the middle of the night, trying to climb onto this huge ship. And then, when I was last in this cabin, I could relax after this horrible long day. Jacka! When she disappeared through the ventilator. Okay, so the cat did go. I tried to call her with a little whistle. Pew! Pew! Tried waving her favorite toy, nothing worked. Oh shit, Naka would not come back. Maybe... I mean, Kazuma was playing. Oh, she went knocking on the door. The door was locked, but when she knocked on the door, it opened. Inspector? I'm sorry, I thought he was a friend of mine. So he'd open his door. That's why it was not locked. I found it a little bit weird why it was not locked. So he opened it because someone knocked. The young man from your country, he was very polite and kind, helped me to find Daka, and he promised not to tell anyone. But then, when I had my friend in my arms again, I was going to leave the man's cabin. Just a moment, sorry, but... I'm sure I know your face. I've seen you somewhere before. Are you the ballet? Of course, you're Nikolina Pavlova, and you're the Russian ballerina. No, sorry, I don't know that name. My heart nearly stopped when he said that. He knew who I was. How could this man from a land in the faraway east know a Russian ballerina? Is that why she killed him? Yes, I saw your performance in Japan. The beauty of the ballet made a deep impression on me. But what are you doing on the ship? Well, she's trying to run away. I'm sure I read that your ballet company was performing in Shanghai at the moment. I can't fool him! I have to tell him the truth and hope he doesn't tell anyone. I have no other choice. So, I see. So you run away. Please, keep my secret, don't tell anyone. Give me a moment. I could use another opinion here. He's going to pull that cord. He's going to tell the cat. She panicked. She thought that he was gonna pull the cord. Why did I think I could trust him? Then it happened. Everything at once. It was only a second, but it felt like forever. Wait, I shouted, and then meow! Daka jumped out of my arm and down to the young man's feet. And as he turned around to look at me, into the bed? Really? I pushed him! Oh, I don't even know why she panicked. No, I don't know why I did that. I was just so scared. And I had to stop him from telling anyone about me. But I mean, if the captain was in to help you, what would that even matter? The entire crew was, agreeing with you, including the captain. So that's when you went to fetch help? From Seaman Stroganoff, who was on duty out in the passageway. You lied to him too? I heard Nina cried out and got on the floor, so I ran to her. And she was standing in the cabin door shaking like a leaf. She looked at me and said, "Help me, Beth. If they find out, I will be. Please, I have nowhere to go." Oh no, tragic. So you decided to help, not even a political thing. So you were renting Kazuma's cabin to make it look like I did, so that no one was... How did you know that he was in the wardrobe? I went into the cabin and looked around to make sure there was nothing to show Nina was there, and then I found a stowaway, a wardrobe, still sleeping. Oh, so you found it. So you work out a plan to lay the blame on the stowaway. Yo, that seaman is clever to lay such a locked door room kind of thing in a matter of split second. I closed the wardrobe door and put back the strange paper side. That's the only reason Stardo started to believe me when I said I was innocent. I dragged the old man's body to a good place and used ink that was spilling to write on floor, so that the person who found it would look inside the wardrobe to find stowaway. No. And tell me what the glass fell. It was by my feet, so I picked it up. I see. But it was dark in the cabin, I didn't notice the other half. The angel went back to her cabin and finished job by pressing the emergency alarm button in the passageway? Yes. Accordingly, the did indeed come to an emergency hut a little after 2 a.m., thus enticing the bolt on the cabin door to slide shut, creating the lock room mystery. Oh, crap. There's still one thing I don't understand, Miss Pavlova. You said that you told Kazuma about the fact that you ran away from your homeland. It's because you were worried he was going to tell the captain that you pushed him, isn't that right? But even if he had pulled the bell cord and called the captain of the ship, aren't you friends with every member of the crew? Why would that have... See, that's the same question I was asking before. Why would that have been a problem? It was what he said first that made me scared. What he said first? What are you doing here at this time of night, Inspector? Oh, so he thought that they was going to call his inspector fan. He said an inspector was his friend. Meaning me, who was supposed to be acting as his bodyguard. Yo, I thought that the police knew about me, they would arrest me. Oh shit. So before he could pull the bell cord, May I stop you a moment, please, Miss Pavlova? It just doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, were you going to pull the bell cord? I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? He was not going to pull the cord. Well, I'm not Kazuma, so I can know for certain. But he was going to consult with me. If he told you he wouldn't give your secret away, then he wouldn't have done it. No, he was walking over to it. He was going to pull the cord. He was going to make them send me back. He was not. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the day's work is not yet done. It seems there's one more deduction to be made. He was going to come to me. Can we determine with to the wardrobe? Consider the victim location within his cabin. That's easy, I remember every detail of that room. Spent quite a long time in the wardrobe, but still, that cabin has been my home for this entire voyage. So this is how the cabin looked like last night when Miss Pavlova visited Kazuma-sama. How it was. Are you ready then, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, I am ready. There's one thing I've learned today, is that simple gaze can reveal all manner of truth. Let's go. And not only that, in order to draw the right conclusion, You can afford to be out by even a little bit when you're following the gaze of where it lands. When you turn away from his bow, what exactly was Kazuma looking at? He was looking at the wardrobe!
Take that!
Suddenly, it may have looked as though Kazuma was going to ring the bell for yes, however, he was going towards me. What is directly beside the back or the wardrobe? But she didn't know though, that's the thing. What was inside the wardrobe? The man's great friend, sleeping soundly. Please, think back very carefully and what were Miss exact word last night. Give me a moment, I could use another opinion here. Yeah, the here is making everything different. But not from a member of the crew, no. Mr. Su intended to consult his close friend on the matter. Yo, people are getting killed because of, you know, misjudgment, misinterpretation of the situations. Oops. To see if between them they might be able to help in some way, no. Oh no, what have you done? Sadly, we cannot know the truth for certain now. It's too late for that. You did, but I wish you had made sure of what Mr. Asogi was looking at. Things may have ended very differently if you had. Miss Pavlova, you killed my best friend! How dare you? I want to thank you for finally admitting the truth. But unfortunately, the truth is a man lost his life because of what you did. And that will never change. I hope you'll never forget that. I'm sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Well, it's a little bit late, isn't it? To be sorry. There's nothing we can do to fix that. What have you done? Yeah, what indeed, what have you done, lady? And so, at long last, the mystery surrounding the tragic accident of the Essence Buria was finally. Well, I'm surprised. I did not get any court thing. That is new. This is like the first time I'm not doing any. Well, big, except the investigation mouse, Edgewood investigation. I believe there was one scenario where I did only 5 clues and stuff. What will happen to Miss Pavlova now then? Once we reach Great Britain, she'll hand it over to the British police at Scotland Yard. Yeah, what about the fact that she ran away from Russia? Will the Russian try to repatriate her? I mean, doesn't have. Apparently the English ticket to speak to the immigration officer sort all that out. Mr. Sholmes can do that, really? So she won't be going back to Russia then? No, I don't think so. Even if she wanted to return in the future, I doubt she would be able to. She ran away, so now she's in exile for life. I'm sorry. You better be sorry. All that muscles and very quick thinking will make it in the close mystery. Strong enough. I wanted to help our angel no matter what. But I didn't think about you, about how you lost good friend. Oh, now you're thinking about it. Evil. I will go with Nina. I will give myself to British police. That's kind of you. In the meantime, thank you for letting me go free again. Kazuma's death feels like such a waste. I mean, it was a waste. Like, such a bright young man getting killed over such a misunderstanding. Oh well. Do what you can for Miss Pavlova, won't you? In prison? I mean, with those big arms, you might be able to defend her. Go to the same prison. Yeah. Okay, bye. Wanna go up? Okay, bye. I'm afraid you need to pack now. Well, I'm also a stowaway. We're due arriving in Hong Kong tomorrow. What about it? As much as it pains me, I'm going to have to hand you over to the consul to arrange your passage back to Japan? Oh crap. I just stole away after all. I couldn't really expect any different. So, you should get back to your cabin now. Oh crap, I'm going back to Japan. All this for nothing? I mean, my best friend is dead, so no more studying in tour with the best friend. I'm not even registered over there. That was a shitty plan to begin with. Who thought of that? This looks like my study tour to Great Britain is over before it's even begun then. To think that it was only days ago. Kazuma and I were laughing together. Such a sad thing. What a shitty ending. That seems like a distant memory now. Very shitty. Can I keep the sword though? What's that? Someone's weeping? It was the girl, right? Susato! Susato-san. Oh, the sword. I knew it. Now, Odo-san, I didn't know you had returned. Oh, yeah, well. So Naga just told me I should pack, you know? Ready to leave the ship tomorrow and all that. Now she's crying. I still can't believe this has happened. I can't believe someone's life can be over just like that. Wow, life is fragile, guys. Prophet. Like life is very short and fragile. We must make full with whatever moment we have in our hand, right? He has such a grand idea for visit to Great Britain. He does so many dreams and all shattered now. It has been cruelly taken away, just as he has. I thought I could never forgive the person responsible, but now we know the truth, that it was just an accident. Was it an accident? She pushed her. Yeah, no. It was a silly series of mishap. It's too much. Naruto-san is just too much. I mean, it was not an accident though. I wish there was something I could say. Inspector, my duty was to see Asogi-san safely to Great Britain, but I failed. That caused his two closest friends great pain and suffering as a result. I mean, let everyone down? No. I will do anything to make up the terrible. Nobody blames you, lately. And I'm free again now. What? Why do I have handcuffs? Shelves? What the heck? Hello? Why are you putting handcuffs on me? What is the meaning of this? A trifling matter, simply that in my head I think I shall always picture you wearing those shackles. You have some kind of fetish, Shelves? Seriously, leave me alone. Without them, the balance seems all wrong. It's distracting. How dare you? Leave me alone. So I decided to restore old time 6, shall we say? You are stowaway after. How dare you leave me alone? Oh my god, good gracious. What's wrong with you? Leave me alone. I want to be free. Why would you do that? Evil. Evil man, leave me alone. Mr. Sholmes. I mean, he looks like a goofy person, but at the end, he was really changing his character 180. Wow. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Damn, he's living up to his, you know. No, though it's a little, may I offer my sincere condolences. Wow. Living up to the expectation is the loss of the companion is truly heart-rending. I hope that you will be able to fulfill some of his aspiration in his honor. Also, I'm going back to Japan. That won't be possible, no. We shall disembarking at the next port in Hong Kong, right? We have to return to Japan and make a full report about everything that's happened. Wait a minute, it's just me that has to go back, isn't it? I mean, I was the stowaway. The terms of his study tour were negotiated by the Department of Justice in both Great Britain and Japan. He was to be 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. What's to be? Can no longer go ahead. No. I don't care for me, but Susato! My dear fellows, the majority of problems have an extremely simple solution, you know. All you require is 1 lawyer and study tour can continue, surely. But there is no one else with the necessary qualification, Mr. Shong. We know of no other lawyers. I mean, technically me. Technically. Any qualification obtained in your own country will be little value in Great Britain, I'm afraid. I mean, technically I even defended myself as a lawyer, so I am a lawyer. The voyage to London still promises a good length of time, ample opportunity I would say to find yourself another suitable lawyer. Ryunosuke, Miss Susato? Do you think perhaps I might be able to do it? But you're not a lawyer, Mr. Naruto, unless I am a lawyer. No, I'm not, but... But as I said, there is still more than a month before we reach England's shore, Mr. Naruto. A month to become a lawyer? Sure. That's ridiculous, are you serious? Anybody could learn all that in just 40 days? There's only one way to find out? Yo. I will work my fingers to the bone, Inspector, every single day. Will you let me try? And if by the time we reach Great Britain I haven't learned enough to be recognized as a lawyer, I will take whatever punishment it deems appropriate. Such a difficult position. For Kazuma! He said there was something he had to do in Great Britain, and then he would sacrifice anything to make it happen. Which is... he was passionate about it. No, it's not only of a passion though. He had a gloomy expression when he said, you know, there's something. He never wanted to talk about it, so there's something deeper than that. It's not only passion we're talking about. It's for my own benefit too. I mean, I was a lawyer, I defended myself. It's okay. I will become a lawyer, I have to. What do you say, Miss Susato? You will help me? You my assistant to help me? Lady? Oh, she's smiling. I like that. I think it's a wonderful idea. So what does our bespectacled Inspector friend say? Are you serious? 1 lawyer and 1 assistant. The numbers are indisputable. I mean, did they send the names to you though? It's madness. It's fascinating. Would you agree? Well, definitely fun. Duty and rules are dull routine of existence that we all abhor. That give us interest, give us fascination. Living through fascination. Speak for yourself! Besides, qualification is no measure of a man. What matters is his character. And you witnessed ample evidence of this man's exemplary character today with your own eyes, and from early hours of this morning until this very moment now. Despite contenting with the passing of his close companion, and despite the accusation of guilt, this man has shown resourcefulness, intelligence, and above all courage. Wow, this, you know, Sherlock Holmes is spinning his character around. Very, very astute, very clever. But he's playing his game so well, all his cards so well too. Wow. Impressive. I am impressed. You just learned something? What did you learn, PDB? Being passionate? Fascination is what you need? You want some interest? Like I said earlier, live your life. I mean, as long as you're not doing something illegal, obviously. But, I mean, if you do something illegal, truth is gonna come out. I mean, in the rare case, sometimes, you know, truth will come out much later on, but don't do it! I'll think of a clever way to word my report to the Department of Justice. Inspector, after all, I did just make a promise, didn't I? You did. You would do anything to make up for it, for your shortcoming here. Has its own timeline? Yes, it does have its own timeline. Like I said, it's way before the Phoenix Wright. This is in the 40s, right? 1940s. We have determined that the era right now is in the 40s. Well, he says so somewhere, I believe. But either way, it's right, you know, right at the midst of the end of Second World War, somewhere around there. I think. I need to discover what to do next, how to best make my report. I mean, have you played any of the Ace Attorney? Mr. Naruhodo, I'm going to try. I mean, this one is the first one that I can think of that shifts the entire timeline early on. So technically, it's not. I cannot even call this a prequel because I don't think, you know, Ryonosuke has anything to do with, you know, Phoenix Wright in general. It's not even the same judicial system. But it's certainly somewhere around it. It's way later though. It's like, you know, Phoenix Wright would be modern time. Well, maybe not modern time, like, you know, 20 years ago. In the 1990s, 80s. I don't remember the Ace Attorney, honestly, when it was said, but it was definitely much more modern compared to this one. This one is like way before. Yeah, teach me, Susato. I will be delighted to help you. I am a judicial assistant after all. Thank you. Thank you, lady. And Mr. Naruto, will you take? No. Give me the sword? Oh, I would like you to take charge of this. Are you sure? I'm sure it's what Kazuma-sama would have wanted. Its name is Karuma. It's a great sword. It's been in the Asogi clan for generations. Very well, I accept it. I'll treasure it, always. I mean, no more Asogi? So then, Miss Susato, it seems we'll be working together for some time to come then. It will be an honor, Miss Naruhodo. And for the next 40 days, I shan't grant you a single minute of freedom. Talk about being abusive. How do you learn an entire... Wow. Maybe it's possible because, you know, they don't have... But I mean, what are they learning? They are learning the system from Great Britain? Or just the Japanese system? If it's the Japanese system, then it could be possible because they are starting in, you know, entirely, you know, brand new judicial system. So everything is, you know, nothing... It's like, you know, really written in concrete and very clear. They are starting, right? But if they are learning the Great Britain, then they are much more advanced in terms of everything. They even have, like, you know, autopsy and all those kind of things. But at the same time, it wouldn't make sense because the point of them going to Great Britain is to learn the system. So if they already learn the system, they won't be going to Great Britain. So I think they only need to learn the Japanese system, which is, you know, brand new. So it might be possible because, you know, it's very bare bones and stuff. I shall fill every spare moment with studies. Exactly what I need. Wow, someone is happy about studying. But before we begin, earnest favor to ask you to. Will you please forgive me? I accused you earlier. Is that what is it? Throw me to the ground 3 times because I threw you to the ground 3 times earlier. I should never have doubted you. See, she's gonna I play enough games to see where they are going with it. I do have a sense of observation too sometimes. You were Kazuma-sama's closest friend. Of course you would never have done anything to hurt him. That should have been obvious to me from the start. But I allowed suspicion to get the better of me. And no matter how upset I was feeling, it was completely unforgivable behaviors. No, you were in shock. You just found out about me stowing away and the cabin door was locked. No! I won't let you make excuses for me! Whatever the circumstance, I should have never thrown you, and not just one, but 5 times! That numbers keep creeping up, doesn't it? Throw me around 5 times, you must! Yo, are we going into some kind of, you know, kinky stuff? I don't even think about it. I don't even know how to. I've never thrown anyone in my life. Very wise, Mr. Naoto. It isn't a skill one acquired without considerable training. Oh, Mr. Shows. I observed your throwing technique several times with great interest. I confess I was almost impressed. When did he see that? I presume that would be a form of Japanese wrestling. In a way, it's not wrestling, but my own interpretation of an ancient jujutsu technique. Apparently it's called the Susato takedown. Leaves your head swimming. How beguiling. Ew, shit. Deadly. I'm a protection of the combative art myself. A somewhat accomplished boxer. Dancing around? That's boxing? What kind of boxing move is that? I mean, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I wonder if you are so kind to instruct me on the technique of your arresting throw. I mean, it almost looks like, you know, capoeira he's doing. I'll be honored! I but he's from England. Does not dally demonstrate, my dear madame. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Hiya! Ow, I'm getting thrown! Why did you have to, you know, train it on me? Ow! You throw from the abdomen. Arresting indeed, and that is what you term the Susato takedown. Actually, no, that was a Susato squash. What is a Susato takedown? My groggy state of consciousness, a scene from an evening recently spent with Kazuma flickered into my mind. Karuma. That's right, it's a prize sword that's been passed down through generation of the Asogi clan. I can believe you managed to get permission to bring it with you. Yes, there was no, you know, weapons allowed on the boat. A Japanese man's sword is his soul. Yunosuke, it can be parted from a katana. Karuma guides me, I truly believe that. A sword that is guiding? So its name compels, it's weirder to slice evil in two. Not that you would need much compelling on that subject. There's something very important that I have to do in Great, which is what? I'll sacrifice anything to make it happen. I'll appreciate you seeing it through with me. That's why you brought me. What is this thing you have to do? Or whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. There's some conspiracy thing going on with the Japanese government and the Great Britain? What is going on? Something big is happening. I knew you wouldn't let me down. The important thing he had to do, I still don't know what that was. No, neither am I. Maybe on the third case we're gonna see it, but I'm going to see the place for myself and work it out. Great Britain's capital, London. So we are totally going from the Japanese bare-bone judicial system in the game all the way to the more advanced autopsy and all those kind of other things. So there will be probably a little bit more gimmicks towards it. like newer gimmicks and whatnot. But looking at the time, it's like what 4:43 a.m. already for me, so definitely won't be having any time to start, much stuff. So I think it will be a good time for me to stop here. We're gonna, progress to another, fun novel. We're calling it here today, yes. But definitely next Monday we're gonna go, continue playing this game with episode 3. So a new case we're gonna do, the adventure of the runaway room. We're gonna have to do investigation. So this one definitely I would see that, probably would have investigation and the court right after the investigation, right? Because the first one, it's all about the court system. Episode 2 was all about the investigation part. It's a nice little twist, but it's something that we are already very familiar with if you have played with the Phoenix Wright series. Generally speaking, every single episode it consists of an investigation part and the court part. Sometimes, if it's only episode 1, probably only the court part, but the second one definitely has an investigation part. I don't remember any other game that does not include an investigation part and the court part, but I would assume that with this game they try to focus on 2 separate branches. So one on the court, one on the investigation, which is like the tutorial kind of. But now we're really gonna go into the meat of the game, which is investigation to understand the story, and then the court part. I'm absolutely certain about episode 3 will be going like that. So it's definitely gonna be much longer than episode 1 and episode 2 because it's focused on 2 parts of the game. But yeah, so next Monday we're gonna do that. Definitely fun, a lot of little twists. So far, all the twists, I mean the logic behind it is very easy to follow, at least for me. So there are just like some little things that I did not expect, but other than that, though, generally speaking, so far they're very, very smooth in terms of logic. But hey, I had fun. So next Wednesday we're gonna continue with Star Ocean Divine Force. We just started the game last Wednesday, and we're gonna keep doing on next Wednesday as well. So a much more fast paced compared to this game. This one, like I said, it's a visual novel, so a lot of readings, a lot of logical thinking things. The next game and Splatoon I won't be thinking as much. So a lot of action focused thing. But we're definitely gonna see whether Star Ocean Divine Force is a very good game. But so far I'm enjoying it. But hey, it is what it is. Maybe my opinion is a little bit too early for Star Ocean Divine Force, but I'm enjoying the beginning part of it. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Very quirky, but so I'll see you guys on next Wednesday for Divine Force. Take care until then. Bye now.